Lydia here with Harrington Sloan, CAD, and BIM Management Consulting Services. And today I'm going to show you how to add categories to a block with visibility states. I think we've all run into this issue where you've created a block that has multiple options in your visibility state, and the list gets really long, and it's almost so long and so cumbersome that you end up losing efficiency trying to scroll through the visibility states. And it would be great if you could have two or three visibility states in a block. But unfortunately, CAD does not let you have more than one visibility state in a block, but you can still organize your visibility options by utilizing a lookup to table. And today, I'm going to show you how to do that. One caveat, this video assumes that you're already familiar with creating dynamic blocks with visibility states. If you are not, then look for my other video on creating dynamic blocks with visibility states. And then stay tuned to the end of this video to see how to contact me for a free CAD consulting session. So here we go. I have the original block here where we have multiple visibility states. So my drafters have this hold down block, and it's very different combinations depending on the combination you choose or need. Um, you get a different block graphic. But of course, this list is so long that my drafters would begin to lose efficiency having to scroll through this to find their combinations. So I'm going to add categories so that we can go from this to this, where it's broken up. The visibility state is broken up by category, thereby allowing the drafter to find what he needs quickly. So here we go. So I'm going to open up the block editor, and here are my visibility states already created. Once again, if you don't know how to create visibility states in the block, stay tuned and look out for my video showing you how to do that. Now I'm going to move right into adding the table that is going to help me categorize all of these visibility states. I have my block table, and Kat's going to ask me if I want grips on it. Yes, I do. I want one grip. And here we go. So now I'm going to add the parameters that are going to be my category. So I want to choose here. I'm going to add parameter, and I want one for the hold down location. Now, very important, you're going to notice that I'm not adding spaces because this input it only accepts alphanumerical characters. It doesn't accept spaces. I want this to be a string. I want to make sure I set that to string. Okay. And then I need another one for hold down type. And I'm going to add the number 2 here to my category because I already have a hold down type parameter in this file from the first time I created the example block. So you can name your categories whatever you want. And then I need the visibility, right? So that is already in here. That's a part of the block. So I'm going to go here to properties and find the visibility state. I want that parameter. So now I have location and hold down types. And those are my 2 categories that I want to organize these visibility states in. So I have a category for upper floor, and I'm going to have a category for the types. And then here I can go in and get a list of all of those categories that were in my visibility state. So now I see all my visibility options, and I want to get the one that I created for 3 and 3B. And now, because under hold down 3 and 3B, this is where the categorization gets in, I have multiple different options for that particular hold down because I have a 3 and 3B, I have a 3 and 3B A, and then I have the same two visibility parameters for if it's a four by wall or 6 by wall. So I want these four to show up in that category. So now I'm just going to repeat. I'm going to copy the text. I'm going to go ahead and create myself 4 lines. Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to go through here now and finish picking out those visibility sets that will show up under that category. So my list is pretty extensive. So I'm not going to actually go through every last upper floor hold down. But I want to get another subset going for you. So I would continue to just do this, keep copying and adding lists to all of my hold downs that are going to be upper floor and different types. So I can add another upper floor locations and then the next set of types. But to speed this along, I'm going to show you how to get that second category. So I'm going to move on to uh, inverted hold downs. And then I'm going to add a couple of types to the inverted ones as well. So I'm at my HD. And so obviously this is all your whatever you want need these core categories to be. Um, you would name them however you want to name them. And if you only needed one set and you didn't need a subset under one category, you just wouldn't have the second column. Because I'm going to add a couple in this one because they're not as extensive. I got a 17x under there, and then I have a 20x has a couple of options, so I'll throw that one in there too. And let me just I want those under the same category, and then I'll come through and look for those visibility states and put them where I need to put them. I forgot I have a couple of options with my 17x as well. I want a couple of options to show up under my 17x. And then let's get that 19 in there too. That's a variety. And so then I would continue to rinse and repeat through all of the different categories that I have. So I have another 19. I'm going to show you what that's going to look like. Okay. So we would continue on and you'd end up with a pretty extensive table. You have a pretty extensive list of blocks like I have here. Now what you're going to end up with is a table now, along with your visibility state. Now I'm going to go in the test block and I'm going to show you something incorrect right quick. So now I'm in here in my test blocks and you see how I now have two drop downs. So here's my table where you can see the two categories for my upper floor hold downs and my inverted hold downs. But the drafter can also grab that visibility state, which that would be very confusing if I left that like that. So I want to go back here and show you this part. What you want to do is you want to say BV hide. and you want to select that visibility state one, and you want to hide it in all visibility states, okay? And you don't want to give it any grips too. That way, now when your drafters only sees the table, and then he'll only select from that table and get his options that way. Now you'll notice when I switch to that option, same thing I'm going to show you, all of a sudden my table went away. The drafter lost the drop down to get to select other tables. And that's because I need to do the opposite. Like I hid the visibility state in all visibility state, but I need to make sure I show the table in all visibility state. So I'm gonna exit the test block there, and I'm gonna go BV show. And I'm gonna select that table and say all. That way, now let's test the block. The drafter gets the table and he has it. When he changes visibility state, it's still there for him to change. Here we go. And that is using lookup tables along with your visibility state to reduce your visibility list if you have a big list. Um, there you have it. And once you continue getting all of your settings in, you would end up with a very robust table. So I had quite a few settings. I'm going to go into the block that's totally 100% completed, so you can just see the extent of my table. See, it was very extensive because I had so many visibility states, and I just kept rinsing repeating, added all my options for the upper floor, added all my options for the inverted, and added all my options for the foundation. So pretty simple. Um, I recommend that you try this. Here's the information on how you can contact me for a free CAD consultation.